and welcome back to Forex Trading Basics. Let's go. Today we want to talk about PEEP. So if you are new to Forex Trading, you probably have heard the term PEEP thrown around a lot. But what exactly is a PEEP and why is it so important? Let's talk about it. So a PEEP is a short for percentage in point. I call it price interest point, and I believe many people call it price interest point. It is the smallest unit of measure in Forex trading, and it represents the fourth decimal place in most currency pairs. Alright, so PEEP. Okay, so PEEP measures the change in the exchange rate for a currency pair. A PEEP is one unit of the fourth decimal point in the currency rate. So for dollar currencies, a PEEP is 1 per 10,000 of a dollar. So what does that mean? Now let's take a good look at this. So GBP/USD equals 1.5486. Now if you count very well, for after the decimal points we have 5486. So the fourth decimal place there is 6. So the 6, that is where you get your PEEP. So if it were to be 5 there, you say that is where you get your PEEP as well. So far it is what? The fourth decimal place. Okay, so let's talk about if the price moves from 1.5486 to 1.5487, that tells you there is one PEEP gain in price. Alright, but if it moves down to 1.5486.5, that is one PEEP drop. Alright, that is one PEEP drop. That is just how to get your PEEPs. Alright, now this is for a major currency pair, which is GBP USD. Most of the major currency pair will have USD in it, so it's going to be the fourth decimal place for you to get your PEEP. Alright, so let's talk about currency pair involving Japanese yen. So all currency pairs involving Japanese yen are quoted to only 2 decimal places, like 0.01. so one PEEP in yen pair is 1 unit of the second decimal point. Okay, so this is because the yen is much closer in value to 1 per 100 of other major currencies. So the takeaway from this is, if you are having any currency pair with USD, that means the fourth decimal place will be your PEEP. If you are having anyone involving Japanese yen, that means you are having the second decimal place is going to be where your PEEP is at. Alright, so when you see the price of a currency pair moving up or down, it's usually measured in PEEPs, just like I mentioned. For example, if the Euro USD pair moves from 1.2500 to 1.2505, so that is a movement of 5 PEEPs. How do you just get that? Take away 1.2500 from 1.2505. What do you have left? You have 5. So that is how to calculate your PEEP. So in case you're talking about you want to make your stop loss, you want to put your stop loss at maybe 20 PEEPs above or 30 PEEPs above, now you know what to look out for. Alright, so talking about stop loss, talking about types of currency pairs, we are going to talk about that in the next video. But for now, let's take another example just to drive our point home. So take a good look at this. We have the price at 1.11600 and it drops down to 1.10450. Alright, so what is the PEEP drop or gain here? What is the difference in the PEEP? Difference in price will be the PEEP. So because it's a red candle, it comes down, that means it's a drop, right? So if you take this away from this, what do you get? You have a 115. It's already written here. By the way, I got this image from the internet. I was looking for an example I can use in this video. Alright, so that is all about PEEP. And in case you want to know how much does a PEEP cost, because if you are trading and it moves 1 PEEP, have you lost? How much have you lost or how much have you gained? Calculate that, but most of the time your broker already have a system that calculates that for you, so you don't really need to worry. All you need to worry about is how much you are risking and how much you're gaining. You understand? Or most of the time what you need to care about is how much you are risking and other things. But for you to calculate your profit, most of the time your broker will always have have your gains and your losses to you presented to you on the chart. Okay, so pips are important because they determine how much profit or loss you make on a trade. So the number of pips you gain or lose depends on the size of your position and the price movement of the currency. So things I mentioned here: the size of your position and the worth of that currency. That is, for some currency pair, in fact for currency pairs, the pip value is different. Okay, it's usually different, so you need to know that. But I believe in this video you've been able to understand how to determine how many pips you've gained, how many pips you've moved. I believe with this short video you now understand that pips are very important. You need to know them before you actually jump into trading. So in the next video we'll be talking about types of currency pair. Stay tuned, follow and subscribe.